Morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today on this morning's morning hype. Today is July 8th. It's about 6:44 a.m. and we're going to dive into our top 4 stocks to watch for the day. We have some new ones up here this morning, some that we've seen moving. Some took a nice jump in the pre-market as well as yesterday at closing hours and the after hours, that is, and we started to see them start pushing up again this morning, so we added them to the watch list and we're going to monitor them moving into the opening hour this morning. But first off the bat, we have DARE. This is DARE Bioscience. We also have ARPO Pharmaceuticals, CARV Bancorp, CARV, and we still have XELA Technologies here on the watch list. So from top to bottom, we'll go ahead and start from the top here with DARE Bioscience. This is one that I've noticed with high volume coming in this morning. This is a real reasonable price stock. Right now you can pick up some shares about $1.90. You know, these are stocks I like to play with, or the lower dollar stocks. I just feel like the upside is a lot more than the downside. I mean, $2, that's, how much farther down can you go? That's kind of how I look at it. I mean, I know a lot of these penny stocks, as people call them, don't show a lot of movement. A lot of people think they're more of just pop and drops. They pump them up and then they dump them. But a lot of these stocks have worked well for me as to my strategy and how I play them. Right now, as you can see on the 30-minute moving average, DARE, you know, we've seen a pop up, hit a high of 264, came back down. It's testing the 21-day moving average, falls below it, then it bounces off the 200 and the 50, trends back up, and we're showing support on the 50-day moving average here on the 30. As you can see, we're still trending up above the 200 on the 50. So this is still kind of bullish on the 30-minute. If we can look in a little deeper, like the day chart, so you can see yesterday we closed at a high of 188. I mean, we actually hit a high of 245, but we ended up coming back down and we closed at 188. But then again, we're up. You know, we hit that high, came back down. But I feel like this one's gonna probably squeeze up again. You see, we have a high of 385. We're testing these highs over here, as you can see, from previous months ago, and we're showing a lot of volume still coming in on this stock. We're at about 3 million shares traded this morning in the pre-market. We're already at our daily average. You see, yesterday we brought in about 220 million shares. That's how many that were traded, selling and buying throughout the day, which is pretty significant amount of volume, causing it to push up. I feel like the volume will continue today as we zoom into some of our hourly and 30-minute charts. As you can see, we're riding the moving average and we're showing a lot of support. We started to come up earlier. I was thinking of maybe buying in on these shares. I was going to close out one of my other positions, but I kind of just want to wait. I don't really want to move too fast on it. I really feel like this one still can move up, but I would wait for it to break through the VWAP, test the VWAP again. So we're looking at about 215 or so. You can always get in early, but you'd hate for it to fall back down. Everybody wants to get a cheaper price, but it's showing a lot of resistance here also on the VWAP. As you can see, it's tested it. It hasn't necessarily broke through all the way. So it's something to keep in mind if you are trying to trade this stock. I believe there was a catalyst release this morning also, which is driving volume, or yesterday. I thought I'd seen something on it. Yeah, entered into an agreement with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and were awarded a new, what does it say? New grant of up to $48 million to support development of DARE. So yeah, that's some good news, you know, starting to drive up the volume here. So we'll keep an eye on DARE though. This one may start to move higher as we start to test the VWAP, pushing up to these high levels. But let's wait for the VWAP indication on a buy. Two closing candles moving above the VWAP on the 5-minute is a good indication of when I like to make my purchases. So just something for y'all to watch for as we move into the morning hour, the opening hour that is. But moving on, we also have RPO Pharmaceuticals. Seeing some high volume come in, not too much price action. Right now we're under the VWAP, but this is a stock I've noticed that does come up and down a lot when this is in the news. We do tend to see this one move. As you can see, we've tested levels a few times. We're just not always able to break through. We really need to break through this $2. Well, actually, we've already hit that level. So 250, this is a level we actually have to break here, y'all. And we're right here testing this level as we speak. This is a key level to buy in, but let's wait. We gotta wait for the VWAP. Same with ARPO, y'all. This morning we popped up. We're just not able to really hold above that level. You see, we ended up coming right down, but we're still hovering right around that same level. But we need to move higher. We need to break through this. So let's kind of zoom in on the 30-minute, see where we're at. 4-minute green candle, but as you can see, there's nowhere to really support this level. So we can potentially move down closer to this level before we move up. Let's look at the hourly. See, right now there's not really much to go off of. So right now I'm going to use my 5-minute and my 1-minute. I think this would give the best indication of certain levels that we want to hit. 15 minutes also, as you can see, this is pretty much the best key level on the 7-day moving average. Now, if we can hold this level here, we may continue to push higher, but this is where we have to break though in order for us to see some gains here. But real affordable, 251. This one's always in the news, but we've tested levels a few times in the past. We need to wait for it to break up and hold above this level here, y'all. If we can hold above, you know, the VWAP around the 270 mark, and we may be able to hit this all-time high and move forward a little higher. So let's keep an eye on ARPO. We'll keep it on the watch list, and I'll update y'all later this afternoon as far as if there was any movement made on this stock here. Carver Bancorp. I'm not real familiar with this stock. It's something that I took a glimpse of, noticed some volume in, you know, some things going on with this stock here I was reading about, I believe, this morning. Let's check on this one also. This one has a high short interest name I see going off some previous articles. Nothing today as far as what could be driving the volume, other than the interest in the stock, I believe. So this one, as you can see, has been squeezing. We were seeing some real high gains on this one here this morning. Like, we literally opened up, no, this was yesterday, after hours. So yesterday in the after hours we started to squeeze up. This morning was right here. So we squeezed up, closed yesterday at 7, you know, around the $11, $12 mark. Came down a little this morning, and then we just took off. Boom. Squeezing. Went from 11, we're all the way testing highs of 1867, and we're in the pre-market today, y'all. So right now, CARV. Let's look at CARV here. So yeah, we got a lot of volume. 2 million shares traded this morning, pre-market. It's not, the highest amount, but it's still a good amount of volume coming in. Anything above 1 million shares, I feel, it's enough volume to cause a stock to move in any direction. But right now we got buyers, as you can see. We're testing highs. Something to keep an eye on, though, y'all. Let's wait for this one to come down. Who knows where this can go? As you can see, in some of these other stocks we've called, with a lot of this momentum building up, short squeeze interest. Yeah, these ones can get up there. So let's wait for a nice buy point if we do decide to trade this stock. Right now we're kind of starting to rally, and you never want to chase the rally. As soon as you buy in something like this, it might end up just coming back down. We need to wait for it to test some of these levels here, y'all. But we come back down, test around the $14, maybe $16 or so, depending if we can hold these levels. That would probably be the best time to buy in. This is more of a day stock, not long term. If you do end up jumping in something like this, I would maybe set a stop loss, keep an eye on it, just make sure it's still moving in the direction you'd like, because these ones are real volatile. They can pop up real quick, but they can drop real fast also. So something to keep in mind if you do decide to trade this. Carver Bank Corp. Yesterday, as you can see, we closed on a low. This is a nice pattern forming here on the candlestick chart. This looks very bullish. For those that do see, as how this was playing out yesterday, we showed a lot of resistance on this level. We were able to squeeze above it. We broke through this morning, and we're testing almost all-time highs already, y'all. So if we touch 1921, we move past this, we can keep going. And as you can see, we're not that far away already. So yeah, let's watch this one. Keep this on top of the list. Carver Bancorp, y'all. And for those that follow, our last stock of the day, XELA Technologies, man. This is one that I've been really excited about. Been waiting to see what happens. I'm invested in this one. Have a few shares I'm holding. We bought in closer to the $2 mark, I believe, a few days back. And over the last couple of days, we started to see this actually start to move up. For those that were able to jump on, you should be ahead now, depending on what you bought. But we're up almost $1 from the time I called to buy. And we're trying to break through the all-time highs. I believe it's about $7. And we need to break through the $4 mark. I have a level that's, posted here about the 430. But we need to test these levels before we see these higher levels and try to move up higher. We're still showing a lot of support here. There's a lot of strength in the buy. We're holding levels above the VWAP this morning, so that's good. I will just wait to see as far as how the market plays. A lot of times the market opens, we'll see this jump down some before it starts to move up higher. So for those that aren't in this stock yet, I would probably wait and consider the open market just to see exactly if which direction we're moving. You'd hate to buy in now when we drop lower. Even though we may see some higher gains, you want to try to get your price at a good price. So I would give it at least within the first 5 or 10 minutes to see exactly where we're moving. If we start to squeeze up, if y'all want to get on, you can. If we squeeze down, maybe hit a lower level, that would be another good time to buy in also on this one. We're showing a lot of volume. It's at the top of our watch list. 5 million, almost 6 million shares traded here pre-market. Although we do see a very high amount of volume with this stock. Yesterday we almost had 400 million shares traded. Morning hours still show that we may have a good day with this stock if we can continue building up as we're showing here. But I'm really excited about XELA. We've been watching this one for a while now, and I'm hoping today's the day we see it move up, test some of these highs. I'll let y'all know as far as if I'm keeping my position, if I end up pulling out, when I pull out, things like that. But I'll keep y'all updated on those things just to let y'all know where we're at, if we're profitable, things like that. But these are the 4 I'd keep on the radar. We may see some others move, which I'll update normally towards the end of the market, my closing bell session. But as for this morning's morning hype, these are the 4 we're gonna watch, and we'll see what we can do with these today. But we'll catch back up later this afternoon on the closing bell session. Appreciate y'all tuning in this morning, and we'll speak with y'all then. Peace.